Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. Today we've got some Datadart Reapers. Well, hopefully we don't fall dead, but we'll go and have a look at these out of the box and see what they look like. Okay, so we're over at the table. We've got the Datadart Reapers here. Here's a 90% tungsten. Obviously we've got the window here showing the dart inside. We've got the Reaper sort of graphic here. Datadart logo showing the match weight of 0.1 grams. Over on the back we have the quality and value over 45 writing up here, Reaper up at the top and logo, information about the social media. We'll get the darts out. Oh, there we go. Right, comes in this cardboard insert. It feels very flimsy, but it does what it needs to. It holds the darts in the box. We've got the flights there, which is a nice sort of like blue colour, and the 3 darts in a point holder. We'll have a closer look at the dart itself. And here we go. Right, we've got the sort of standard black point that you get here from dart. It adds a little bit of extra gripping into the board to the standard silver. Then we go into a short ball nose there before going into like a single ring section at the front with really deep grooves, and then we go into this twin ring section. Again, feels very deep sort of cut grooves there. The actual rings themselves feel nicely spaced. Obviously it's not a massive gap in between, but it gives enough to feel the difference. Then we go into this plain section. It's not quite central. I'd say it's slightly forward. And then we go into this lovely sort of rounded ring grip, and it's really wide apart. It feels slightly different. There's no like sharp edges to catch on, so it adds a decent amount of grip without sort of like catching at all. It'll be interesting to throw from here. I've not really thrown with this sort of grip before. And then we go into this very long tapered section here with the Datadart etched logo before we go into the standard Datadart stem. The coating's really nice. It adds a little bit of extra grip rather than having the plain silver. But this rounded, very widely spaced rings, going to be interesting to try that. The measurements on this dart obviously is 52 millimeters long, and they are 63 millimeters wide. Yeah, it's a decent width. You get a decent amount of sort of grouping on that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying these. So what we'll do is we'll go and head over to the board. Okay, we're over at the board. We've got the Datadart Reapers. Hopefully I don't keel over while I'm throwing these, but we'll see. We've got those long stems that Datadart put in there. I wish they'd put smaller stems in. Hopefully we don't get too much of a wobble, but we'll see when we throw. This rounded grip at the back is where I'm going to be holding. Doesn't feel sharp on the fingers, so hopefully I won't catch when I'm throwing, but there's a big gap in between each of those rings, so there's plenty of grip. But all we can do is have a couple of throws just so I can get used to it, and then we'll go into our practice routine. Starting off nice and straight, 140, that's a nice steady start. Definitely getting less of a wobble than I thought I'd get using these stems. $100, nice and steady. Done 40 ton, that's a good start I think. Yeah, I think we're doing alright with those. I think we can go straight into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Oh, 139. Almost got the 177, just 62 left to get. Oh, pulled it out into the double. Threw me a little bit. Still 28. There we go, a double finish. We can't moan at that. 6 darts. Went a little bit wild on the single 12 there. Wanted to leave myself tops, but we still pulled it back and we got the double 14. 6 darts, definitely can't complain. Again, I do think they would be a little bit better with shorter stems, but they felt really nice. Flew through the air perfectly, and that grip is grippy enough, but without any sharp edges. See, it feels nice and smooth. But yeah, I think we'll definitely go and have a summary on these. Okay, well, we had to throw these. I'm over the moon to hit 6 darts. Started off really well with the 139. Had a bit of a sort of like weird section where I hit the double instead of the single 12, but I took it out with a double, so I'm more than happy. The grip on this felt really nice. It was a decent spacing, so you got a fair amount of grip, but because it wasn't square cut and the rings were actually rounded off, it was a nice smooth release. Obviously I struggle with like really grippy darts, but this is sort of like in between a sort of like a mid to grippy dart for me. It feels a bit odd in your fingers when you first try it, but you easily adjust, and I think they're really good dart. I put these at a 2.5, dead in the middle sort of thing, purely for the fact that it's hard to gauge like exactly how much grip most people are going to get. Obviously I've got hard fingers. If you've got soft fingers, you might find they're a little bit more grippy because you'll get into the groove a little bit more and maybe not spin off of the top of those round rings. The weights though, we got the 23 gram here. They come in on 21, 23 and 25 grams. So there's a plenty of range there. And obviously these are 90% tungsten. So it's a mid sort of dart now, and as they are £52.95, that is a mid price for these darts nowadays, especially with the price of everything going up. I think we've been relatively lucky in the dart world. The darts haven't skyrocketed for the general sort of dart now. You can get some lower priced ones. Obviously these are the mid price, and I think they are a decent dart. I think a lot of people are going to get on with this sort of round grip. Obviously, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said, leave a note down in the comments or head over to dartsreviews.tv, read some of the reviews on there. If you've got a set, obviously I'd love to hear from you, and so would everyone else. It might help somebody else make their mind up whether or not they'd like to try them or get a set. And if you want, head up and tick the notifications and subscribe. We've got loads of reviews coming up in the future. There's plenty to look back on as well. And obviously, I'd love to see you come back in the future. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.